Hi, this is Allyson Lewis with the 7 Minute Life, and I'm here today with a young man named Ludi Castro, who is a mere 20 years old. He's from Angola, Africa, and he has a story that I can't wait to share with the people that love the 7 Minute Life and those of you that are new to our goal setting based on priorities and purpose. So with that, I want to turn it over to Ludi and say, welcome to the 7 Minute Life.
Thank you so much, Allyson. Thanks for this opportunity. And hello, everyone. My name is Ludi Castro. I'm from Angola, southwest part of Africa, Luanda. And what happened in my life to cause me to want to become a pilot is all about opportunity, hard work, and the dream that came true. I would like to be an engineer like my father, and I worked so hard that I could achieve it. I had some barriers that almost made me give up from my dream, but I'm so happy for sharing this story that shows how successful I became, and what is coming is even better. I can promise you that. This is my story. My decision of becoming an airline pilot came from a visit that the astronaut Dr. Bernard Harris uh, made to Angola, sponsored by ExxonMobil Foundation. I had the opportunity to benefit from the Harris Foundation Dream Tower presentation, and I have been dreaming about the stars and airplanes ever since. It changed my life, of course. Everything started with a training program sponsored by ExxonMobil and the US Embassy in Angola, because I stood above all in my classes and I continued to demonstrate a commitment toward my significant endeavors by challenging ExxonMobil to continue to support me where it would only benefit uh, students uh, pursuing STEM degrees or technical degrees that is related to science, technology, mathematics, and engineering. At which point I changed my degree from law to chemistry engineering and continued to excel. In 2002, Sonangol, the biggest national oil company in Angola, came up with a public contest for scholarship in engineering to study overseas. This contest was composed with four different tests, namely logical test, visual spacing, knowledge that included math, physics, chemistry, English, and Portuguese, medical and vocational test. And unfortunately, the first time I tried, I fell in the second phase. Did I give up? I wish I could. In 2013, I participated in the same public contest. This time, I passed all the tests. In 2014, I have earned a scholarship from Sonangol to study aerospace engineering at Purdue University. 500 places have been awarded out of more than 6,000 participants in a four-phase playoff system. I used to live in Fort Wayne City, state of Indiana, United States of America, preparing myself to enroll at the same university where Neil Armstrong has earned his degree. Purdue University is ranked among the 100 best universities in the world. From June 2015 to December 2015, I was enrolled in Mechanical Engineering Bachelor at Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne. After a semester of hard work and a GPA of 3.8, the International Dean's List Society gave me an award due to my commitment to academic excellence. While I was in APFW, I was still dreaming of the skies and beautiful views from above. So, in 2015, my sponsor gave the opportunity to all students in aerospace field to decide from three fields which path they would like to follow. The fields are aerospace engineering, air traffic control, and aviation. Plus, they gave us very nice universities too to choose. The University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Purdue University, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Texas A&M University, and Arizona State University, the big guys. So today, I'm talking from Daytona Beach, Florida. is my home now for the next 5 years. I'm studying at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, known as the Harvard of the Skies, is where I always would like to be. I love aviation, I love planes, and I love serving others. I will be an airline pilot in 5 years. There is no better place that I could receive instruction and training than Embry-Riddle. Every day I go to class with a smile on my face because I'm doing something that I really love. I'm studying something I'm passionate about, and I'm willing to work hard, focus on what matters, that is flying, keep improving myself, and persist in order to achieve my dreams because dreams are power. I'm thankful to many people who helped me to achieve all these. Of course, my parents, they are a big support for me until now. I always call them for help. They help me to set those goals, and they support me until now, in my studies, in my life. My mentors, my big mentors, my friends, my sponsor, and you, of course, Allyson. You came up with this great future feature that is the 7 minute life. Your company has been a very nice input to my life for me to achieve my dreams, and I will explain it later how 7 minute life is helping me so much. I am in great debt with all of those that I mentioned, and thank you so much. This is my story.
So continue to tell us, it's just amazing to me that you've come from another country, from Angola, Africa, and from talking to you, goal setting is incredibly important to you, but it doesn't just start when you found the 7 minute life. As I understand it, goal setting for you began as a child with your family. Can you tell us that story?
Yes, goal setting is part of my family. My parents, they were teachers. My mom is a teacher until now. My father is an electrical engineer now, but he was a teacher. And being a teacher's son, you have, they always want you to excel in school. Especially, they want you to, as parents, they want you to excel in life. And my father, he always told me that if you want to have a future, you have to think in your future. And what he was telling me is that if I want to be happy and if I want to be in great place like now, I have to always have goals. And they always sat down with me and helped me setting goals. And we started small. We start small. We start with improving health, reading, and I would read maybe every day, and I would go to the swim classes 3 days a week so that I could improve my health. And then while I was growing up, there is a book. The name of the book is Young People Ask Book. And in that book, there is a chapter that talks about how to set goals. And from them, I start setting my goals every year. And from 2012 and on, I was doing it alone. They made me fly. They made me fly from the nest alone. So I was setting my own goals, and I will have their supervision, of course. And the way we did was, I would have the name of the goal in the top. I would have the date that I would like to achieve this goal, the deadline, because goals without deadline are just something that we put on the paper or in our mind. And then I would say, okay, what are the steps that I can take to achieve this goal? So the steps can vary, but the average is 5 steps. And then I will list 5 obstacles that would impede me to achieve this goal. And then we will think of, first me, I will think, um, how can I overcome these obstacles? So, and then I will show them because they are older and they have more experience than me. and they would maybe tell, okay, you can, I think your friend or this person is able to help you overcome this obstacle, or yes, I can help you, or maybe you can do it yourself. And the most important thing was the time, was the part that I would make a commitment for myself. I would say, I, Ludi Castro, I promise to myself that until this date, I will achieve this goal. So that was the most important part, and until now is the most important part for me. So being goal driven, I think you noticed that, has been part of my life since I was a kid.
I'd like you to go back to a story that you've told me. Having goals is really important, but also having people that believe in you is also important. In fact, maybe is for people that are setting goals, giving back is really life changing. And I know you've had some sponsors, and you were telling me about the classes that you had to take and the number of books that you read and learning how to speak English. Can you tell us about what age were you when you started that? And tell me about how that sponsor put you through that process to put you on an educational path.
Actually, actually, it is funny. My father, he was concerned about my education since I was a kid. When I was 8, he contracted a personal teacher, an English teacher. The teacher would go to my house 3 days a week, and he will teach me, my father, my mom, and my uncle how to speak English. And my father would pay for everything, the books and everything. We would have English lesson at home. After a while, my father, due to his responsibilities at work, he gave up of the course, of course, but I continued the course. I was 8, and then when I was 10, I started learning English at school. And the teacher had to move to another city, and we canceled our lessons. Uh, I had I was so good at the English at school due to this class that I was having at home. So my teacher noticed that, and he had some connections to the American embassy in Angola, and he would and the American embassy was in contact with the community, because I studied in a barrio, in one of the poorest town of the capital city. We haven't much support, and the teachers, the only thing what we were learning at school was just verb to be, verb to have, the past, present, and future sentences, and for 3 years. So that we were not developing. But the American embassy and the ExxonMobil Foundation, they were very concerned for people who were doing well at school, and they knew that English would be an international language. English is a commercial language, and it is so important that people speak English that can develop themselves and their communities. My teacher came up with a form, and I filled it at school. And I said, okay, let me fill that. Maybe maybe something good will come. So me and my friends, we receive it, we fill, and we have to write a very short paragraph and say something about ourselves, like a self-introduction. So I had the background, of course, and I think that made an impact at the American embassy. So they called me, but I was not able to answer the phone. My friends, when I was at high school, my friends say, "Oh, Ludi, did you receive the call from the embassy?" I said, "Which call?" And I looked at my phone, and I said, "Oh, that is the the phone call that I missed." So I called back then, and they say, "Okay, we will call you back." They called me back, and they said, "Okay, you were awarded a scholarship from ExxonMobil Foundation and American Embassy." I said, "Oh, really? Yeah." I was so happy, and it is how it started. I learned English for a year. This program was just for a year. We were involved in 4 modules: beginner, elementary, advanced, pre-elementary, elementary, and advanced. It 3 months each model, and then they saw that we were willing to learn, and we had the passion to study, and they continued to support us. They came up with another course, another program for 2 years. It was the writing reading program. That was the best program I have ever been in my life. We should read 2 books a week, 2 books, and they pay for all these books. They pay the teachers, and the only thing we had to do was just leaving our home and go there for 1 hour, read the books, chatting about it with our teachers, and learning life lessons. That was so great, and those were great books from great writers. So that is how they did. And then we had to go to university, but they say they would only support people who were following technical areas, as I mentioned first: science, technology, mathematics, and engineering. I was studying law at the time, and I would like to go to United States, of course. So I said, okay, I will switch my major. I was studying law, and I already passed the. It was one of the great. It is one of the greatest university to study law in the country. But I told my dad, I said, Dad, I want to be an engineer, and he said, okay. Are you sure that is what you want? Yes, I said, yeah, I'm sure that is what I want. So I enrolled to chemistry engineering. It was all new for me because I hadn't any class of chemistry in my high school, but I was willing to learn. That was my goal. That was something I was passionate about, and I did well in chemistry engineering for 2 years, and then I participated in this contest, and I won the scholarship for aerospace engineering because I would like to study engineering, and I was willing to do that, but I had to study a lot. I had to go to friends that were good in math, physics, chemistry. Wow, some nights without a sleep, but yeah, that was worthwhile. That's why I'm here, because of those goals. And yeah, that is how ExxonMobil and U.S. Embassy are came into my life.
All right. Well, first of all, congratulations on all that you've accomplished. And I'm delighted that the American Embassy and ExxonMobil have been there to support you. And that just, I have no doubt that when you're grown and finished with college, I guess you're grown now, but when you've completely finished your studies, you're going to be giving back to people all around the world. Another story that I think is important is I think you use something called a vision board.
Yes.
You have a vision board in your room, and I'd love for you to show the people who'll be watching this. Well, why don't you tell them what it is and then explain it to them?
Yes. Before I show my vision board, one of my mentors is my aeronautical science 101 teacher. uh, she she heard my story. I told her about some goals that I have for me. It is part of the class sharing what are our goals, and she was impressed with my goals, and she came up with an idea. Okay, let's do a vision board. You go, you cut from journals, um, magazines. You can print something from the internet, your pictures, you put it in a board, but you put something that you would like to accomplish in 90 days, in 6 months, in a year, until 5 to 10 years. Oh, I said, oh, that's nice. But she gave us only a A4 paper, A4 format, and I brought her this big that you can see here in my wall.
Yeah. Can you get a little closer and and show people what you really mean?
Yes, I think
And,
so.
and why would that's good? That's good right there.
That's
I think
good.
we can see it. And tell me why this board is important to you. Okay, we can see
This
it.
board is important because, as you could see, it is in front of my bed. Every time I get up or I am in my desk, I can see my goals. There, I list my 10 values. The 7-minute life, of course, helped me to found them. My 10 biggest values, and from my 10 biggest values, I came up with my purpose in life, and also from my values I can write down my goals, the things that most matter to me and bring happiness to myself. And I can share my 10 values with you. There are love. I want to love God first, and because I believe in God, there is a God, and I want to love my neighbor as myself. This is my first value. My second value is family. I want to honor my parents because they deserve it, and I love my little brother and my cousins and other people, and I consider my friends as my family too. That is where we have, that is part of our education in Africa. Our closest friends, even our neighbors, is our family. So my third value is happiness. I want to be happy. And by happiness, I mean be satisfied with what I have. Make other people happy. Make sure that the people around me is happy too. And I'm happy. And my fourth, I will cheat a little bit. My fourth is growing. Growing is another, is my other value. I love to grow. To grow, I mean read, be willing to learn from others people mistake, from others people achievement. Be willing to learn from my mistakes. Grow my grow growth. And my other value is success. I want to succeed, and by success I mean uh, do my best in anything. If I know that I did my best in something and I could do it well, I I I I'm successful. I succeed. I don't need to be better than my friend or to have a better grade. But if I have a grade that I work hard for that and I did well, I'm successful. So that is what I mean from success. My other goal is serving others. As you see, I want to be an airline pilot, and if I wouldn't like to serving others, I could not be one. So I love helping others people. I have mentees. I help little ones achieving their goals. Also, I love to share what I learned from the Bible, the principles that I learned to others. I love to share my the knowledge that I get from reading books, from life experience. And serving others is something that makes me happy, and I believe is something that can make you happy too. And that is what life is about. If we can serve each others, the world would be a better place to live. I believe that. Also, my other goal is, oh, my other value is balance. Why balance? As you see, I'm 20 years old, but I have a lot of things to take care. I'm a university student, or a college student. I have to take care other things. I have a job now at school. I have to maintain my scholarship. I have some grades that I have to take. Also, I have my family, even though they are far away, but I have to take time to talk with them. and I have a brother that is autistic. I have to make sure that I can help in his needs, especially his medical needs. And I need time for myself to renew myself, because if I don't renew myself, I can be overwhelmed. I can go into a burnout. So balance is something that I value a lot, so that I can balance school, work, family, friends, recreation, and everything. And my other goal is financial security. Why financial security? Financial security is important because the world that we live, where I'm living now, is a capitalistic world. If you don't have money, you will not have things, even though stuff or things are not so important, but we need them. And have financial balance or financial security is something important to me, because uh, I I came from a very poor family, and I know what is it to not have money. And I had neighbors that you could see that being very poor is not something very happy. And I love, and what I like is helping others to make budgets. And I set up a budget and I follow it, and I help my friends to do that too, because it is something valuable. If we want to achieve some goals in our life, we have to have a good budget. We have to have a nice financial security, because not everyone is willing to give you a loan. And I don't, I would, and having borrowing money from somebody is not so good, because you can become his slave. So that's why I want to have financial security. I mean, having a budget, sticking to your budget, and living your life by the means you have. You can be happy by that. You don't have to be very rich to have financial security. My last one is my last value, my 10th, is integrity. Integrity. Why integrity? Integrity is so meaningful for me. If people would have integrity, wow, I think we would be so happy. Integrity means being honest, means being loyal. There is a lot of other values, a lot of other qualities inside of integrity, but I love integrity. And I'm not full. I don't have it in full, but I'm striving to have it. And some of my values I take from that. For example, integrity. Integrity at school, I have to be honest. I don't I cannot cheat. If I cheat, what kind of professional I will be in future? I can take it to my workplace. If I'm cheating, I'm cheating to myself. I cannot lie. That is not that. If I lie, I'm breaking one of my values. And I think that is, even though it is the 10th one, but I think it is one of the biggest values that I have in my vision board, and I'm striving to it. It is not easy to have this value, but it is worthwhile. You become a better person, and you can have people, good people around you, if you have this value. So those are my 10 values.
I I, I know that we're having this conversation because at some point you ran across either Allyson Lewis or the 7 Minute Life, and you found out the fact that we've come out with a new iPhone app. Hopefully it'll be in the Android phone soon. But it's not just about time management. And we met because of the goals and the drive that you have. I've really never, ever met a 20-year-old with your values, with your goals, with your background, with your incredible grades, with your incredible passion to see the obstacles as they are and be willing to push past them, to persevere, to put your heart and soul into something. You're a remarkable man, and I know your future is going to make a difference in thousands of lives. But I'm hoping that those values, setting that, was an exercise that you've probably been doing in the past, but I believe the app's been helping you in a few ways to kind of expand where you are. Can you share how that's helping you?
Yes, the app. I love the app. The first thing that I can say that I love the app. I used to put my goals into this notebook. As you can see, it is my book from 2013 or from 2012 to 13. My goal book, and had some papers are not here anymore, and but in the app you have everything there. And what about if I lose this book? I will not have anything, but I have everything in my phone, and I love my phone. So I'm a techie person, and what is great about the app is that it helps you to prioritize, organize, and simplify. That is the best thing. You cannot have anything better in any place. I can tell you that this is a great app. And the first thing that I love is the 5 before 11. Why? I will tell you why. These steps, 5 before 11, help you to achieve your greatest goals, help you to have your highest values on track. The 5 before 11 are small steps, and with small steps you can be higher and higher by taking small steps. And you are not in a rush, and if you take small steps, you can be sure that you will reach your destination in a short time. Even if you take long time, but you will reach it. So take advantage of the 5 before 11. Also, what I love in the app is that the first thing you see when you click in the app are your 10 highest values. It is a reminder for you. I think it say there's for 5 seconds, and you can see what are your 10 highest values. It remembers you every day before you go see what you have to do in the next day, or what you have in your mind to plan. Also, it has goal sheets. And what I love is that it has goal sheets for 90 days. You will concentrate yourself mentally, physically, your body, 90 days in something. And it is divided, and you can divide it in work, home, school, and other things. Maybe you can add to it. And you write your goals, you write notes to your goals. The note part, I used to write my the place that my commitment, where I say, I, Ludi Castro, I promise to myself that I will do this, that I will achieve this goal by this date. That is where I use the note part. Maybe Allyson will consider this part in the future. But the worksheets are so helpful, and this company loves their customers so much that from time to time it gives you update in worksheets. There are other goals worksheets, the actions. If you don't have actions in your goals, you are not able to achieve them. And you can download it from the 7-minute life, I think .com. It is the website, and I have an account there. It makes me easier, and I follow the company on Facebook, YouTube. So it helps me to keep up with the things, because sometimes from a resource or from another idea they came up, and you can update yourself. That is the way I use it. And there is the final part, that I can put how much time I spend reading. I read a lot. I read every day, and it helps me to see how am I going with my reading, with my good habits. If am I eating Do I have an eating disorder? Do I just have one meal? Do I have 2 meals? Do I only eat snacks? The app helps you to see that because it gives you a report, a monthly report. How did you do? That's great. Sometimes we only see those things when we go to a doctor. We are not able, or we are sick. We go to a doctor and they say, okay, you need some fluids. We will give you an IV, or you have lack of vitamins. So the app helps you to keep up with those things. Something that I love is how much water do you drink. I just saw you drinking water, and the app gives you this opportunity to see how many glasses of water did you drink. On average, a person has to drink 8 glasses, and maybe there is 10 glasses there in the app. So it's great. It's great. From healthy, it is an app for life, as Allyson says. Life is a journey you have to journey on, and the app really helps you to journey on. I know there are some things that the app needs to be improved, and they are willing to accept any comments that helps them to to helps you achieve what you want, to helps you fit with your kind of person. Because I made some suggestions and they are working with me on that, and you can do that too. The app helps you to define your values, helps you to define your purpose in life, helps you to define your goals, helps you to have a better health. I was forgetting something. The app helps you to connect with the most important people in your life every day, whether it's in school, whether it is your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mate, your son, your daughter, your in-laws. There is a part on the app that helps you to do that. Your boss, your team in a project that you are working on. There is no better place that you can find something like that. Also, sometimes we forget to tell someone how much we love them, or we appreciate a quality that a friends have, or we love so much our mate or our fathers or our moms, and we would like to send them a thank you note. In the app, you have this opportunity. You can plan in those 7 minutes that you take to plan your next day. You can plan 3 persons that you can say how important you feel that they are in your life. Can you find something better than that? I don't know. Maybe I don't think so. So there's no better for you to organize, prioritize, and simplify your life than using the 7 minute. I did that. You can see it in my face. I'm happy. I'm taking those steps. If you do that, I believe that you will have balance in your life. That is something very important. You will be a happy person, and people around you will be happy too. You will have a better health and a nice relationship with people at your home, at your job, in your school, in your community. That is what we want. That is what I would like. That is Allison's main goal. That is that's why she works so hard to do that, and she has a great team. She have a great team that helps her do that. So you can trust yourself in them, and they can help you too. And download the app if you have an iPhone or something that is connected to Apple. And the Androids will be the app is coming for you, but once it comes, please make sure that you use it in full.
You know, Ludi, I've only met you like 3 weeks ago, I think, or maybe 4.
Yeah.
I thought you were 30 years old. after knowing that you're 20 years old and listening to you, I think you're very wise beyond your years. I didn't ask you to come on this call to talk about the app, but I think it's impossible not to. The 7-Minute Life is creating things that will help people all around the world. And I'm amazed and delighted because I think the app is going to change lives. I think it's touched yours. It's touched mine. It's going out to thousands and thousands of people. And I want to end this by saying I need more people like you, not to live a life that isn't meaningful. Too many people don't know their purpose. They don't have their values. They don't know their goals. It's time to push forward and to find that passion again in life, and to set goals that matter, and to look at the obstacles square in the face and say, what is it going to take to get over them? Do I need friends? Do I need support? But the last thing I want to say is that you told me when we met that you wanted to become an ambassador for the 7-Minute Life, not only in the U.S., but also in your hometown back in Africa. And I just want you to wrap us up by saying, tell me why you think the 7-Minute Life is so important. And as one of our first ambassador for the world, tell us what you're going to do to make the world a better place with this knowledge.
I believe if we start with the kids, if we start with the persons with the adolescent, that the kids that are in elementary school or high school, helping them to find their highest values, helping them to find their purpose in life, helping them to have goals, maybe working with their parents on that, and teachers and mentors, we will start reaching the next generation. People who would have goals, people who will know what they want to accomplish in life. That is what matters. And that is what I want to do. That I want to help people in my community. I want to help people from where I am from. I'm helping my friends now with the app and my family too. And I know that they can be an ex Ludi. They can achieve great things in their life, but first they need to know what do they want. They need to know who they are, their strengths, their weakness, and from that they need people to help them. And I'm willing to help them because knowledge is power. If we have knowledge, why don't pass them? What would be our life if people wouldn't pass their knowledge? What would be my life if you wouldn't come up with the 7-Minute Life or the 7-Minute app? If you would just take it to your heart, just to yourself. I think that is what matters. We share things with others. If it is something worthwhile to share, we should share it. And that is what I would like to do, to share it with other kids, to share it with older people, because there are some people that they are burning out. They don't have balance in their lives. They're unhappy. They have great jobs, they have families, but they're unhappy with themselves. They don't know what to do. But I think we can help them find balance again, help them help them do something great in their lives. That's why I asked you to become an ambassador, because it changed my life. It is changing, and I know that something great is coming. And why not help others? If I help others, they are helping myself too. I'm helping myself too, because if I'm happy, the people around me are happy. What a nice world to live! What a wonderful world to live! So.
Well, I want to say that you've been listening to Ludi Castro today. He's definitely an ambassador for the 7-Minute Life, and I'm happy to say he's a friend of mine. I know that he is a remarkable young man that's going to make a difference in the world, and to be just a partner with him in that is part of my purpose. I do believe life is a journey, and it's time to journey on. We're the 7-Minute Life. Any way we can help you, please reach out to us at info@the7minutelife.com. We deeply care about helping people understand their priorities, their purpose, and live a life that matters and will change the world by serving others. Ludi, thank you for being here today. I'm Allyson Lewis, and I look forward to having you as an ambassador all over the world. You rock.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.